let's see. We'll get going here in just a second. Just getting the stream on YouTube's. Annalisa, you there? Not quite yet. We're going here in just a second. If you're watching on YouTube, you can just go ahead and fast forward a minute or two. We always get the stream started a few seconds earlier. InsideRealEstate.info/YouTube. Definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. InsideRealEstate.com/Facebook group. Excuse me, is our Facebook group. So InsideRealEstate.com/Facebook group. Always lots of fun stuff going in there. There's a good thread going on about where to find FSBOs in the Facebook group this morning. That is interesting. There's a few sources of FSBOs that I'd never heard of in there that people are talking about. And of course, you have the Zillow reply because they're sitting on there. So lots of good stuff in the Facebook group. Annalisa, you here yet? I don't know if she's here. Let me look at the chat and then we'll get started. Oh, okay. Annalisa has been put in as a guest, so we'll get her in as a host. You gotta remember how to do that. Let's see here. Here we go. Promote to panelist. Failed to promote. Something's going on with Zoom today. Well, I was able to allow you to talk, Annalisa. So
woohoo! The best laid plans, right?
Yeah. So guys, if you're watching the replay, just fast forward just a second while we get this housekeeping out of the way. Zoom was being weird for me this morning too, so maybe it's something related to that.
Yeah, I worked good on a meeting, but this webinar one was a little difficult for me.
Okay. Well, we'll just get to it. Did you have a doc for the date-based campaigns or anything I can just drive? Because I'm not sure you're going to be able to drive with it not allowing me to panelist you. So
I do not have a doc. I do have a bunch of examples ready, so I can't show everybody. Darn it.
That's okay. Which account are you in? And I'll make sure I get signed into that. And guys, just bear with us here. Just a little bit of technical difficulties. We'll get started.
It's the 999917 under my name.
999917. I never.
And hello, everybody.
Yeah. So that would be the SID or something. Do I do that under users or accounts?
Users.
99.
Or just type in Annalisa and you'll find it probably super easy.
So guys, we have a plan today, and that would be the $8 plus IRE demo. What we wanted to do was to jump into the new date-based campaigns feature and maybe build some of these campaigns or show off some examples. So Annalisa was preparing and had some examples ready to go. She was actually going to drive today, and of course Zoom, just in time, has thrown us a curveball. So
right, I was like, oh, how about that?
Yes. So I'll go ahead and drive.
Thank you.
And we'll just kind of start out. I'm going to switch to the new view of KV Core. If you don't have this yet, your company should have it pretty soon.
I love it.
Yeah, most accounts have it. And where this can be found, the date-based campaigns is our topic today, is under Smart Campaigns.
Yeah.
So I'll go to Smart Campaigns.
I love that shortcut to go there. It's great.
Yeah, it's right in navigation. And then I'm going to click Add Campaign.
Yep.
And the feature that we're talking about today that we just kind of wanted to do more of a deep dive in, because it was kind of mentioned on our webinar last week on the if you haven't seen that, it's on the YouTube channel and kind of in passing. But the feature we're talking about is the specific date occurs right here. And then you'll see these three options here. And we're going to drill into each one of these and kind of build a campaign based on a date happening, which is what this feature does.
Exactly.
So you tell me what to do, Annalisa. I know you had some examples and some preparation, so I'll just kind of click where you tell me.
Well, I went to exactly where we are now. So I hovered over marketing on the left-hand side of KV Core. Then I clicked on Smart Campaigns to get a shortcut to this menu. Then on the right-hand top, create a campaign. And basically, I just want to make sure everyone knows how to create one of these date-based campaigns because it's brand new and there's been so much that's come out lately. I think this is a really big one that people kind of went by the wayside, maybe when property like Core Present and also the other new items came out. So this is super handy if you want to create your own template that speaks to happy house anniversary, happy birthday, or a specific date-based campaign. So maybe you're going to create a date-based thing that's going to go out to everybody based on your company picnic that you're going to have at your real estate agency, or an event, or a holiday. These are things you can easily create based on that date. And the neat thing about it is you can tell it to run on the date, a day before, or the day after. So you have a little leeway there.
So let's show that. So let's do the birthday. I was hoping maybe
Mhm.
we go through each one and we just build a campaign
Yeah.
for each one.
Yeah. And I have a birthday one example as well you can take a look at.
Great. So let's build a birthday campaign. And how this campaign is going to work is we're going to choose birthday, and we're going to say, hey, the campaign will start. And we have this option, as Annalisa just said, we can do on the date, before the date, or after the date. So
Right.
maybe we'll start this campaign 7 days before the birthday.
Yeah.
Because
and I was thinking about ways you could use that too for a campaign for birthdays or anniversaries.
Yeah. So, and then you have an optional qualifier that would basically say, hey, only send the birthday if the status is not, say, I don't know, new lead. This is just
prospect or new lead or something.
Yeah, but we're just going to leave this out for now. But just know you can exclude certain people from getting that based on their hashtag. Maybe you create a "don't send birthday" hashtag just because there's some people you don't want to send birthday to.
Some people are sensitive to that. I will say, just as an aside, from years of being in HR, that was one of those sensitive topics that some people like having their birthday celebrated and some do not. So, you can be sensitive to that as well.
Yep. So we're going to, we've chosen birthday, and then we're going to continue. I just chose for all types.
Yep. Yeah.
And then we'll do a happy birthday campaign. And then I'm going to do no for always run, right? Is that correct?
Well, actually, I would keep it on yes, because it's just a simple birthday campaign. It's not going to really, I would think it wouldn't interfere with a normal smart campaign going out.
Makes sense.
If this layered on top. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'll click finish.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. And then is this the one I just created, the happy birthday campaign? Yes, 7 days before Lee's birthday.
Yeah.
So I'm going to click into that. We're going to do campaign is active. I like to do that now just so I don't forget.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing to say. Whenever you import a campaign or create a campaign, some people out there forget the important factor of turning it on. So always give that little toggle that turn to the right to turn it blue.
Great. And then you said you had an example?
Yes. So if you click on the email template.
So we're going to add action, email.
And I named it Happy Birthday from Dahlin Realty.
There we go. So Annalisa went ahead of time using the regular templates functionality. We kind of talk about this a lot. If you know how to build a smart campaign, how it works is that you're going to want to have your template built before you can add it to a campaign. So click there. And then a campaign is set to start 7 days before Lead's birthday. Do we want to send this happy birthday email 7 days before, or do we want to start it 7 days after so that it lands on their birthday?
I would say 7 days before. What I did in this particular template is I wrote it like I was partnered with a local bakery.
Cool.
And if they print out the email and take it to the bakery, like Crumble Cookies or a cupcake shop or something, they get a free dozen cookies.
Well, let's take a look at that bad boy. I'm going to click and add this. And then we need to go, do I hit preview, or do we need to go into, we can view it. Okay. Now this might not be the exact way that it looks because our kind of like, right. It kind of gives us the kind of abbreviated view as we build the campaign.
Right.
But this is really cool. You want to explain what you're doing here?
So basically within this campaign, I, said, happy birthday. I put in a call to action of like, hey, I hope your birthday is happy and you have a successful year coming up. And then also I offered the dozen cookies if they print out the email and take it to that baker. So I think this is where you can leverage your community relationships and only pay for the cookies that somebody prints out and turns it in for, right? So that could be an opportunity for you to work locally and help promote businesses together.
That's
you
I
know,
mean, that's really awesome. So you just go into a local vendor, say, hey, I want to give away some of your product on
right,
birthdays.
right.
People are going to come in with this code and just send me the bill, or you could prepay maybe or something. Yeah.
Yeah. And this could be something you could even apply because I mean, a lot of the times now, even if you're going to celebrate kid birthdays and maybe send them to like JJ Jump or something, you know, people also celebrate dog anniversaries or pet anniversaries. You can send to the local dog store for a dozen bones or something, right? But you can always loop in some type of business that's local to you to include in that gift.
Yeah.
And then you're not out anything unless they purchase it. And how much really is a dozen gourmet cookies? Not much in the long run.
Right. So this will go out every year.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing you may do, you could send the same email every year. It'll trigger on their birthday, or you could go
Right.
in once a year, set a reminder in your calendar. You just change up the offer on your
Yep.
on the birthday template. But you don't need to. Basically, this is going to go out to everybody who's in your database on their
Right.
birthday. You don't need to think about it.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's really cool.
It's set it up and let her roll.
Now, well, let's remind everybody, you do need to have a birthday input in the contact record, right? So let's just
Correct.
remind everybody where that is. So I'm going to go to all contacts. And I don't remember where it is because it's going to look different now that we have this new.
It does look a little different. In fact, the other day someone was asking me something and I was like, un momento, por favor, because I'm still learning the new layout like everyone else.
Yeah.
At the top left, it says timeline, profile details, alerts, files, transactions. So profile details is where that lives. And the contact information on the far right-hand side is title, website, etc. And then birthday lives right there.
So I click edit details
Mm-hmm.
and then birthday. Now,
and then make sure, yeah, are you going to talk about that text and birthday there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just so you know, there is another place for birthdays in particular. You can kind of separately do just birthdays by toggling this on. Now, if you leave this off, Annalisa, will it still send the campaign?
From what I understand, even if you have this toggled on to send a birthday email or text, but you set up a date-based campaign, it should supersede the static company created one.
Yeah. So basically, guys, we had this feature a little earlier for birthdays, but we kind of made it more robust with this new Smart Campaigns feature. So this references that. My question is, does this need to be on for the Smart Campaign to send? I don't think so.
No.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
No.
So we can leave it like that, but it's basically going to automatically send on the birthday if you have a birthday in here. Or 7 days prior to the birthday, it'll trigger that campaign. Now,
make sure to get the year in there at least 10 days or 10 years older than what it shows. So update the year of like 2021. I think you can just click on the date at the top left.
Yes.
Above May and change the date.
Why do we need why do we need the year?
Because of laws.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. Because laws, Ryan.
it can't just be, but what I'm saying, can't it just be March 6th, my birthday, and not have a year in our system?
I think it has to have a year.
Why do we need to
have the date based? You know what? I'll find out. But you have to have it at least 10 years just due to legalities of contact and so forth.
Oh, I get that.
Okay.
I'm saying that for the purposes of triggering a birthday thing every year, we don't need to know our client's age.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to save that in there.
Yep.
So on January 4th, Stacy at Stacy Vincent Realty, this contact in your database will get that birthday email every year. Very cool. Now I'm going to go back here. I had a reason for doing 7 days before. So it's kind of cool. You get to say it early, right? So you can send a day early. If you want the email to go on the 7th day, you would have just set it for 7 days. But remember, you can also do fancy things like tie KV Core to a platform like thanks.io, right? Which I'm
postcard it out.
Of. Yeah, so you could send a birthday. Well, we actually have proper envelopes with cards now too,
and
not just a postcard. So
you could go in with maybe that other company on the cost of the thanks.io and put the coupon for the whatever it is on that.
Yep.
So like watch out for your postcard in the mail or something. Yeah.
Right. So you could actually create a Zap that talk to thanks.io or any other third-party system. With thanks.io, you can send an enveloped handwritten birthday card, and trigger that from the system to all your clients. So it's a little bit of a few steps. We've done some webinars about this. I can look for it It's at insiderealestate.com/webinars. It's also in the next level. But we did do probably a month or two ago a session about how to make KV Core play with third-party mailing systems, and showed a Thanks.io integration there. But just know that it's possible, and you can send a birthday card if you want to as part of the campaign. Yeah. The other, go ahead.
Well, I was also going to say, a lot of other things that people are celebrating anymore, and I've had a couple of friends do these, and I've done one myself, was an unbirthday party, right? So we just pick someone random in our group, and it's their birthday, and we're doing something. Huh. So you can also send like unbirthday things, just to say, hey, I'm thinking of you. It's been quite a year, right? Well, happy birthday, enjoy some cookies, enjoy a milkshake, whatever it is. So you can also think of different ways of approach to kind of knock people out of that lizard brain and engage them and say, hey, hi, just thinking of you. Have a good day.
Very cool. So I'm going to do, I like that one. And I'm going to do call and leave voicemail. You could also use core voicemail and core video, which we don't have activated on this demo account, but you can integrate anything you can integrate in campaigns around their birthday you could do. So, and we'll just do this. This would be after 7 days after the start date. Basically, this would time it, since I started a campaign 7 days prior, time it so you have a call task to call and say happy birthday.
Right.
And you can also text when the call pops up, right?
Oh, sure.
You don't have to get on the phone, but you can shoot them a quick text if it's somebody you care about or know well enough to do that, So, okay, so that's pretty well covered. So that's a date-based happy birthday campaign. Remember to have birthdays in your system, and you only need to set this one time and forget it. And people are going to think you're super cool and caring because you're sending them messages on their birthday every year.
Now, right? And I did create a template in there called, let me look it up here. I just looked at the name of that. It's called Happy Birthday from Dolan Realty.
Is it a different one?
Yeah, I just created that one this morning.
Is this the one we just went over though?
Well, I wanted you to actually open up the template itself.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Here, I'll go to the templates then.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, let's go to templates.
Because I discovered something today, and you're actually going to see question marks in the subject line on this one. You should just be able to look up happy birthday or Dolan for realty. Is it not showing up? That's good times.
Yeah, this is the issue that I let them know about this. This came on our webinar yesterday.
Switch the company view at the top, that scope picker at the top left to the company, and then back. Maybe that'll help it. I think it refreshes everything.
Aha.
Yeah.
So this isn't a bug. This is an admin issue.
Yeah.
Okay. So the people watching we kind of stumbled on this yesterday, but it's a little trick that I need to know. Okay.
Yeah. And then go ahead and click edit on that.
Okay.
So one thing I was wondering today is like, can we add emojis to these, right? Because we can add video, we can add core video or YouTube video and so forth. And then I started thinking about the Pili app that you're always speaking to that we can use on landing pages and so forth. And I actually discovered you can copy the emojis from Pili app and drop them in to a template. Now, when you save the template on KV Core and you have emojis in the subject line, they show up as little question marks.
Aha. So don't do that.
But they sent as cookies for me in my email because I had cookies and cake in there. So I can't explain that, but basically it worked for me and I got my preview just fine.
Okay. So basically the templates will take emojis.
Yes.
Cool. And yeah, very cool. So you use the advanced email editor, kind of made a nice looking thing. Is this a link out to a video? Yep, a YouTube video.
Right. So that was just a cute little Minions video that I found and just dropped it in.
Nice touch.
Yep.
And guys, this is, as we know, this is about staying top of mind, kind of being a little different than the competitors and building relationships. So what Annalise is doing here, it's just something cute and fun, right?
Right. And it's relative, it's relative to where entertainment is today. Everybody knows what a minion is and a banana, right? So yes, it's very safe. Yeah. The other thing you can do if you have the Core Video Premium powered by BombBomb is you can actually record a message by dragging over a content box for Core Premium.
Yeah.
So if you just click on content there on the their options, you have it in the bottom right hand corner where you can drag it over and just place it anywhere you want. Now, the one thing about this is if you're going to do this, Travis, do this in Smart Campaigns, just keep in mind, if you want to use the free 10 videos a month, that works for free 10 separate contacts. So that option is not going to show up in Smart Campaigns because that addresses a, communication en masse. So
Yeah.
you will need the core video premium here.
So, so it is, I think it's something, don't quote me, I think it's something like $30 a month in that neighborhood.
Yes.
But think about the power, you record one personalized happy birthday, have fun with it. You record it one time, it sits in your library, you go and you use the new date-based feature, and every contact who has a birthday date attached to their contact record is now getting a video from you every year. I think that's pretty good.
Well worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say, just do a different video every year, but even if you don't, they probably won't even notice.
Right. And this is also something where you could be like, hey, I'm here at Crumble Cookies. We're here with the owner's Pat. She's been a lover of cookies. This is her favorite buttercream, icing. Come by and get your free cookies this month for your birthday. Happy birthday. And maybe there's everybody waving or something, but you can build in that community flavor. Or even, it also might be fun, depending on how industrious you want to be, is you could create a scavenger hunt, like a birthday scavenger hunt, where go here, get a free latte, go here, get a free cookie, go here, get some flowers or something, but you can create a tour of your community as well.
Very cool. So awesome. So that's date-based campaign, happy birthdays. Any questions, anybody? I'm just watching here. It doesn't seem like people have questions. It's pretty straightforward. Hopefully everybody watching is getting some ideas and some inspiration. This is a pretty, I would call it, if you have an hour to execute this, like, put together the email template and to launch the campaign, as we just showed you, not a lot of work. You can record a video one time, or, figure out a deal with a local vendor. Maybe that adds another hour, but man, there's a lot of leverage. And from then on, with all the automation that's going to happen for you. So,
yeah. And it's a small potato time investment, in the grand scheme of where you spend time every day.
Yeah.
For like a long-term result. So I would really encourage you to invest that time.
Definitely set up a birthday-based, date-based campaign and get into the habit of asking people when their birthdays are. A lot of your clients, you can probably, I don't know, you kind of, your past clients and your closings, you're probably going to have them in a file somewhere, right? In a lot of cases. So, let's see. So let's go back to Smart Campaigns. And then we are going to we're going to go to the campaign creation again.
Yep.
We're going to click specific date occurs. And this time, let's do purchase anniversary, right?
Right.
So I asked some questions this morning, Annalisa, just to make sure. And the way that the purchase anniversary works is it will send the communication every year. So just keep that in mind. If you use this feature, you want to make your messaging, you don't want it to say, hey, can you believe it's been 1 year?
Right.
Or there's a hack for that. You could just turn the campaign off, set a task for yourself to turn the campaign off after that first year.
Right.
So just that'll make more sense here in a minute. So again,
it's a housekeeping thing.
Yeah, housekeeping thing. So we have on date, before date, after date. I'm just going to do on date, this thing, and we'll just do. We won't do the optional qualifier. Now the purchase anniversary, Annalisa, that is triggered again by a contact record.
Right. That's in the contact record on the transaction close date.
All right, let's go look, just show everybody where that is. Now I'll go into profile details again.
Yes. And I believe I just saw it the other day. Valuation. Like I said, everybody, we're all learning this. No, it's in the profile details for sure. I think it's down that first line. Let's see, primary. I just saw it the other day. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, everybody.
Contract close date. So this would be this, and this is kind of triggered by moving somebody into closed status.
Yes.
So is this I'm going to use this contact record. Let's just do it that way. Let's use this contact record and move their status. So I'm going to check them off. More actions, change status. I'm going to go closed, right? Update. There's a reason I'm doing it this way. I wonder if it won't appear till you put them in the closed status.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you get a client and the MLS ID shows up so you can attach that to them.
Let's see if it shows up now.
Because I saw a status the other day that had this. I just haven't had a big chance to dive into this.
Last closed.
There it is. That just came back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So
in call texting options. Perfect.
Yeah. So
column 2 is houses. Column 4 is birthday.
There you go. So it's in here, but they need to be have closed the property and be in closed status in order to trigger the date-based campaign. Okay. Now this send anniversary email text, again, this was a separate feature we had before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can set this up through marketing automation separately, but you don't get the robustness of the campaign functionality where you can send multiple touches. All that was doing before was sending an email or a text.
Right. So this could be your set it and forget it, right?
Yep.
And then you could set up something specific for distinct groups within your smart CRM with a filter, with I think you can do it by any status with any filter and so forth.
Yeah. So happy house anniversary. Okay. And did you have an example for this one?
I did not. I figured we'd build one.
Cool. Okay. So let's do that. So I'm going to go into templates. And I'll add a template email. Yep. We'll go to the advanced editor.
Right. Now, one thing to keep in mind about the advanced editor here is there's not a place to search all of the pre-canned templates. So you're going to build it from scratch here when you go into your advanced editor. Cool. Which is easily done.
We'll do happy house anniversary. And then I'll do hi. And can I merge in their name here?
Yeah. So the cool thing about this, you can click merge tags and pull distinct information in from the contact profile, from your profile, and easily have that blanket across the board to whoever you have this connected to.
Another year has passed.
There you go.
Since you bought your house. Now, can I merge in the address? Let's see. I'm not sure. Since you bought.
That's the list. That's for an active listing, though.
Yeah. Since you bought your house. So I'm not sure that we have the property they live in, the street address.
Probably not, because it would be a sold or sold data.
Yeah, just looking to see. I have lead address. But let's just see.
Yeah.
Since you closed on your house. You're thinking about an investment property, a second home. Investment property. Feel free to reach out. In the meantime, click here to receive your anniversary gift.
Right.
So I don't know, give them a $5 Home Depot gift card. I don't know.
It could be a local hardware store, local paint shop, key maker, window cleaning.
So you can work out something with the vendor, or you can just leave that part out. And
I'll send my teen to your house to wash your car. I don't know.
Yeah. And again, you have all the same options. You could do a core video. You could do, a cool image, a YouTube video. It's happy anniversary, something like that. So I think you guys get the idea. I'm just going to leave this for now.
And you can also add in images, which is really easily done too.
Yeah. So my campaigns. House anniversary. So then again, I think the repetition is good here. Sometimes we just add the action, add the email, add it. Again, you could send a text message. You could do any of the other things. Send a postcard, a note card to third parties, all the other stuff we talked about. So
yeah, we got the name of the recipe. Now we're putting the ingredients into it, right?
Yep. The anniversary email. And again, the nice thing about the campaign here is that you can do multiple touches. So you might also, check in, call and check in.
And I think one way you could look at working specific groupings within the house anniversaries is when you think about the average time people move in their lifetime. I mean, it used to be 11 times. It's probably more than that now, but you can probably gauge when is the last time they bought a home? When might they be moving again? Are they going to be downsizing? Do I need to pepper that information in? Do they have a kid going to college where they might want to buy an investment home property there? So you could probably think about different avenues of approach just to like lightly touch on that in these two.
Yeah. Here's an idea too. You can add a tag to the contact. So you might add an anniversary tag, right? And what this will do is, you can then set a filter, a smart filter that basically you can call down through all the people who are having anniversaries, or you could have done the same thing for birthdays. So it'll tag them in KV Core, and then you can go through your smart CRM and you can untag people once you call them. So you can have a running list of all your anniversaries and birthdays to call if you want to do it that way.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if people know how that works on the desktop dialer. Can we just look at a quick list, like just do a quick list that has like a couple of, so like if we go into like my newsletter list, and let's say that you want to start calling people, like let's click on the first one, guest 9677. So all you would have to do here if you're on your desktop is just click new call at the top. And then the system's going to activate the dialer via your mobile device. So make sure you've got your headset on or you're going to get a little crick in the neck, right? But the system will call you and then attempt to connect you with that contact, right?
Great.
Then when you're done calling them, you can note it was an outbound call, what it was, click contacted. You can even schedule a call for the future if you want, if you need to.
Contacted. Great.
And then when you're ready to move on, there's a little next button at the top right of the contact record.
Right at the top where I'm hovering. It might seem small to you guys, but it's very up in the blue there at the top right.
Yeah.
Next, and you could just make the next call.
I don't think my next one had a phone number. Yeah, it doesn't. So then you would just go to the next one and then you could do your next new call. So this is how you can really efficiently move a dialer list on your desktop laptop.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So just cruise through like that. And then as I was saying, if you're tagging via the smart campaign, you could then have a save a filter of all your anniversaries and birthdays, and either from the mobile dialer or on the desktop like this, just start calling through them all and saying happy birthday to everybody.
Right.
Or you could just set a task for yourself to call them as we did in the system, either way. Cool. Okay. Who said handwritten card with Starbucks card? Somebody commented that.
That would work. I would think you would be able to put, what you could do on a handwritten card or a thanks, you'd have a custom text code to get this to this number to get your Starbucks card.
Just promo code or something. Just so you know, very soon, not very soon, but in the near future, Thanks.io will be able to send a handwritten card with a card from a vendor built in.
That's awesome. I was just about to ask.
Sealed in it. So that very functionality will be there. It'll basically be a scan to redeem kind of QR type thing, and then they'll have their, they'll get their card number or whatever.
Then they can add it to their app or whatever.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun coming soon. So cool. So that's we've done anniversaries and we've done birth dates. Now let's get a little funky with it here. G with it. The one that I'm probably most excited about, but the one that's going to require a little bit of imagination too, is going to be this specific date, the last option, right?
Right.
This kind of opens it up, and you can run it annually or just run it on a specific date in the future, right? But you could run a whole sequence annually, let's say to prepare for Christmas. So right. And then you could run a series of events on a contact every December 15th and have it repeat every year, or have it repeat.
And I think, due to the audience, if it's something that's going to be people who have closed, maybe you have a brokerage, appreciation day or something for the holidays, or come by and get your free pie. And these are things you could build in pretty easily. Is that what you're thinking of?
Oh yeah, there's so many
Yeah, I
things.
mean,
We probably need to make a list of ideas here. And maybe I'll try to do that when we get off later this afternoon. But let's just try to think of one that's real estate related. Specific date. So let's just say early in January.
yeah, that's where the date goes.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
we pick. So anybody who has, say their status is,
Mhm.
we'll stick to the closed, right? So they've
Right.
closed, right?
Yeah.
So we want every January, people who have bought a house with us in the past. Oops, I got to go all the way up to the next year. So it's going to start on January 5th, right as listing season's coming around. I'm going to run it annually. And anybody who's in our system is closed. I'm going to run a sequence of events to try to get listings from them.
Right.
So closed, past client listing solicitation.
Solicitation, salutation.
Yeah. So basically, so then what this would do, maybe it doesn't send anything, or maybe it sends an email that says, hey, can you believe another year's gone by? If now that the holidays are over, I know a lot of people start to think about their next property and their next move.
Right.
Feel free to get in touch. That would be the email. Maybe this campaign, all it has in it is just a call, just reminds you to call them and try to get the listing. So there could be times in the year when you're going to reach out to certain segments of contacts is the point.
Right.
Yeah, I've got to think of more. If anybody listening has any ideas for that, but there are many of them. Any holiday, of course.
Well, I think if you were doing simple things, I mean, because we do have the newsletters that go out, but you could also send out something like, hey, it's November 1st, make sure to put, insulate your water spigots outside, or whatever it happens to be. But you could speak to like just little household tips.
Yeah. Again, this campaign is being fired for anybody in the criteria that you mentioned. So you could send that to anybody in a hashtag on a certain time of year. Exactly.
And even if it's renters, actually, you know what? If you targeted renters right after or right before tax returns come, right?
Yep. Yeah. What to do with your tax refund?
Mm-hmm.
Time to buy a house. Change daylight savings and change your fire.
Right. Or
Change
schedule to have your fire
detectors.
department come in and check your your detectors. That's free.
Yeah, you can send a smoke detector email every year.
Yeah.
On the same date, just a reminder. So
and maybe a coupon for a free smoke detector.
Yeah. So the question is, how do you add both parties in a house anniversary? I guess they would need to be separate contacts, right?
They would need to be separate contacts. There's not a way. I don't believe there's a way to CC those unless it's a one-off.
Yeah. So I need to come up with some more date-based campaign ideas. I think that's a separate video or resource that we'll put in next level. I'm having a little brain foggy right now, thinking of a lot on the spot. But if you guys can think of any, let us know. But there are going to be plenty of occasions where that makes sense. So we'll make a list.
Yeah, I think it would come in handy if you were going to be at farmers markets, or the like the doggy dash, like a dog walk that's a 5K or something. Stop by, come see us, get your free dog leash or something. There's all sorts of things you could tie it into.
Yeah. So that's the core content for today. Does anybody have anything else that you'd like us to explore while we're here related to KB Core, building your real estate business in general? Just chat in if you want. I got that ad going for Joyce yesterday, but I only got one lead. It usually takes, when you kind of mess with a Facebook ad like that, it got 2 leads yesterday, and you see the older ad got 1 lead for 13, and the newer ad got 1 for 6. So that's encouraging for the new one. I shut off the second one, so all the traffic will go to the old one. And just so you know, guys, when you do mess with budgets or ad creatives, usually you've got like a 24 to 48 hour period where Facebook just needs to kind of
recover time.
Yeah, they do. It's like the campaign gets a hangover or something.
Right.
It's really weird. So you got to kind of wait a few days, and then it'll get back to its cruising altitude. And I expect that 672 will go down to $3 or $4 a lead.
I would think by the weekend.
Yeah. So Dennis saying great session. Activities to contact, prospect, clients, and close. Are you saying you could use this for that? Yeah, you can definitely. Use this feature to do stuff based on the status that people are in. Sure.
Well, can't it work off statuses, hashtags, or smart CRM filters, right?
Yep. You have that. Yeah, you have that filtering on the date based. So if there's something that happens every year, you could even just pick a random holiday that's just kind of funny.
Right. Yes.
And just say, hey, today is, I don't know, is it like fixing
there's
flip
always
day?
a day there's always a day for something out there, whether it's national or international.
Are there real estate holidays? Let's see. Real estate holidays. There seems to be a holiday.
Social media holidays for 2020.
Yeah, real estate holidays. Like National Real Estate Agent Day or National. I'm not going to find it here, but you guys get the point. Okay, so not related. So Bob added a listing in the MLS and it hasn't showed up in KV Core. Well, if you just did it this morning, it could take a longer than that. It varies by IDX about how quickly the feeds come over, and that varies across the hundreds of MLSs that we have. So Bob, just definitely maybe chat in to support. Just ask them how long your MLS usually takes. But that would be the reason. It's just you might have a 24-hour wait there.
So I just dropped a link into you, Ryan. It's called nationaltoday.com. What is today? Today is National Limerick Day. But this could be a fun thing to use just to shake people out of the normal stuff they might get, just send them something fun.
Yeah, so just set up a date-based campaign for something random and fun.
Yeah.
Let's pick I wonder what my Global Day of Parents.
Look, Nutty Fudge Day is coming. Who knew?
Yeah. National Egg Day. Very cool. So you can send, definitely. I love this. This is just a way to send something random, like Prince's birthday. Definitely, that's a great.
To be one. A national holiday.
Yeah, dude. By the way, this has nothing to do with real estate. Just Google Prince.
Oh boy.
Guitar with Tom Petty. Who else was?
Oh wow, that was good.
Did you see this? This one.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I don't care. If you have a pulse, this will be fun. I'm dropping this everywhere. It has nothing to do with real estate, but Prince basically comes out at the last minute, and you're like, oh, this is my guy might be the best guitar player of all time. He's up there with Hendrix, and you're like, but who knew? Well, you kind of knew, but you didn't know because he's Prince.
Well, he knows 40 instruments or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, but he shredded it. So if you're into guitar and all of music, there you go. I guess we can end on that on a non-real estate note. But definitely send a national. It's Prince's birthday, which is ironic because I don't think Prince celebrated his birthday, knowing his religious beliefs.
Right. Funny side story about Prince.
Yeah.
When he passed away, they know he had a vault in his place, right? But he never accessed his vault, and the theory was that he never accessed it because he wanted his music to continue to evolve. He didn't want to put out old stuff. Well, the reality was he forgot his code to his vault of music, so they had to break into it after he died.
It's like forgetting your
catalog 12. It. Yeah.
It's like forgetting your 12-word Bitcoin seed. It's gone forever.
Exactly. I was just thinking that.
Yeah. That's 2 days in a row. I'm ending on crypto. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll get the Doge. We'll get the replay posted as soon as possible. It'll actually be live on YouTube, and we'll be back tomorrow at the same time.